Liang Yu stood at the precipice of a suicidal rescue mission, torn between overwhelming guilt for her captured students and a sudden, disorienting joy at the revelation of Zhang Yi's supposed special feelings for her. Yang Xinxin, leveraging her own frail body in tears, grasped Liang Yu's hand and pleaded that dying was easy but living for them, for Xan in Quran who had no powers and needed her protection, was the true duty. Lu Karen echoed the sentiment, framing Liang Yu's survival as the student's only hope for negotiation. The teacher's resolve crumbled, she sighed and agreed to wait. The moment the door closed behind them, Yang Xinxin's grief vanished, replaced by cold calculation. She confessed to Lu Karen that Zhang Yi's affection was a fabrication, a trap set for an older single woman's vulnerability, and that keeping Liang Yu at the shelter served their mutual survival because Zhang Yi would not keep idle hands. Lu Karen reeled, the memory of Zhang Yi's utterly cold gaze in the icebound Azure Sky Academy basement surfacing to confirm the deception. Yet instead of anger, a chill resolve settled in her. She would become indispensable, and perhaps, she dared hope, he liked her a little too. Zhang Yi, informed of the success, felt a quiet relief. He could not afford to lose Liang Yu. A major battle loomed with Yangsheng and Chaoyu bases, and her power was a critical asset. He watched heavy snow blanket the courtyard, the towering ice wall around Yunk Manor standing like an impenetrable fortress, and noted the medicine should be taking effect soon. Meanwhile, at Yangsheng base, Xiao Honglian's smile deepened. She had read the helplessness beneath Zhang Yi's performed strength, the immediate softening when Liang Yu's students were mentioned. Two conclusions crystallized: Zhang Yi's forces were devastated after the Xishan War, and the students were his Achilles heel. She ordered Zhuge Qingting to escalate, torture the students, film it, send it to Zhang Yi, while demanding exhaustive intelligence on Zhang Yi's defenses. Zhuge Qingting urged speed, warning the prize might be stolen by rivals, but Xiao Honglian refused haste. With 4 enemy factions circling their oil refinery, a single mistake meant annihilation. She would not lose the big picture for small gain. Zhuge Qingting bowed, retreated 3 steps, and hurried toward the dungeon to begin the next phase of cruelty. Zhuge Qingting descended into the Yangsheng base dungeon where captured students from Shujia town, including Wu Qingyu, wore explosive collars and awaited their fate. With a cruel smile, he requested a leather whip and began a calculated torture session designed to be filmed and sent to Zhang Yi, employing methods such as throwing victims into barrels of earthworms and cockroach-infested burrows to inflict maximum psychological and physical agony without killing them. Screams echoed through the dungeon as Zhuge Qingting recorded the spectacle, but his smugness faltered when a student suddenly collapsed, foaming at the mouth and convulsing violently before voiding his bowels and bladder. The stench was overwhelming. Within moments, several more students exhibited identical symptoms, and 2 died before Zhuge Qingting could react. He immediately contacted Xiao Honglian, who ordered emergency gastric lavage. With no proper medical fluids available, jailers pinned the screaming, resisting students to walls and forced funnels into their mouths, pouring bucket after bucket of fermented latrine excrement down their throats. The survivors lay barely conscious, eyes rolled back in utter despair. Dr. Li, the base physician, arrived and after examining the victims through multiple masks, delivered a grim verdict: the toxins had accumulated over a long period, indicating a slow-acting poison administered well before capture. With current medical facilities, none could be saved. Zhuge Qingting's mind raced. The satellite phone from the plateau team found in the students' possession, their presence in Shujia town, their inexplicable poisoning, it was all a setup. Someone had poisoned these children, planted the phone as bait, and used Yangsheng base as an unwitting executioner. He reported this deduction to Xiao Honglian, who acknowledged the trap but coldly ordered the filming to continue. If Zhang Yi hadn't poisoned them, they would exploit the footage to fleece him regardless. The student's suffering was merely a transactional asset. At the shelter, Liang Yu's agitation had been calmed by Yang Xinxin and Lu Karen's persuasion. She did not impulsively charge off to fight but instead discussed with Zhang Yi a plan to exchange Yang Sheng's student for her own. Zhang Yi generously offered to use his resources to retrieve her students, confidently stating that Yangsheng base would have no use for keeping them and would likely accept his terms. Sitting on the sofa, Liang Yu avoided Zhang Yi's gaze, her mind swirling with strange feelings ever since Yang Xinxin's earlier words. She expressed worry that the base might torture her students in a frenzy, to which Zhang Yi subtly pursed his lips, knowing full well those students would never see her again. He silently considered her potential reaction upon confirming their deaths, believing it might ultimately be a relief, freeing her from moral burdens. Not long after, Zhang Yi received a video call from Yangsheng base. In the control room with Yang Xinxin, he saw Zhuge Qingting, a tall, thin man with long hair and a cold gaze, instead of leader Xiao Honglian. Zhuge Qingting coldly stated he had a gift to help Zhang Yi make a decision and played a recorded video of the torture session involving Wu Qingyu and the other students. Zhang Yi watched quietly, his face emotionless, and afterward calmly asked if they were all still alive. His indifferent tone surprised Zhuge Qingting, a stark contrast to his concerned demeanor during their previous call. Zhuge Qingting declared they were alive for now but uncertain for how long, then presented Xiao Honglian's new demand: the students would be returned in exchange for 1 ton of food per person. Zhang Yi, with a hint of amusement, stated the exchange was possible but only if he could personally confirm the students were still alive via a live feed, refusing to trade supplies for corpses. Zhuge Qingting's expression darkened. He insisted the students were alive and well, that the base had no reason to kill them, and accused Zhang Yi of lacking sincerity. Zhang Yi, unyielding, repeated his demand to see them and, receiving only evasion, ended the call. Leaning back, he told Yang Xinshin the students were dead, their fate confirmed by Zhuge Qingting's refusal. When Yang Xinshin asked how he managed it, Zhang Yi frankly admitted he had added advanced technology and serious tricks, a slow-acting poison, to their food. Relieved, Yang Xinshin smiled, glad no one would be dragged down. Zhang Yi patted her head, instructing her to help Lian Yu mentally prepare in the coming days and to keep the call's details secret. He humorously deflected Yang Xinshin's suggestion that his personal emotional intervention would be more effective, quipping about worries over the next generation's intelligence. In the following days, the shelter remained quiet. The women played mahjong and chatted, deliberately including Liang Yu to ease her turmoil. The men maintained a vigilant, relaxed posture, awaiting war. Their defensive preparations were thorough, leaving little to improve. Only when conflict began could they adapt tactics. A conservative approach was best until more intelligence was gathered. Meanwhile, at Yangsheng base, the toxins in the students' bodies finally took full effect, and they died one by one in agony. Zhuge Qingting helplessly reported to Xiao Honglian that all the hostages were dead, and with them, their leverage over Zhang Yi was lost. Xiao Honglian frowned, frustrated despite likely anticipating this outcome. She slowly raised her head, her beautiful yet intimidating eyes fixed on Zhuge Qingting, and declared that now, besides war, there was no other option.